Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 410, Reader Magnet. There's Stanley. We just went out a second time. We went out for a long walk this morning because we walked 3/4 of the way around the half-mile loop, ran into a moose, turned around and came back. So it was a big, long walk, and Stanley's moose detector failed us because he walked up within 15 feet of the moose, and I had to call him back, and then we ran away. But then again, it was on the other side of a berm, and he's short, so he probably couldn't see the moose. Alrighty then, reader magnets. Could be a short story, a novelette, a novella, a novel, what the what, doesn't matter. It's something to get people into you, whether it's your style, whether it's your books. It could be a tie-in or a prequel of sorts that readers don't have to read in order to understand the series. The series should stand alone. The reader magnet is just supplemental material if you're driving readers to that series. And could be about the characters, could be about you. This is my brand. My reader magnet is a complete standalone, but it's a full novel, 72,000 words or something like that. So it's a full novel that represents my style. And also, it's a full novel. Here are the important points with a reader magnet. You advertise it, you promote it, you get it out there. You don't run like normal newsletter promotions like you might for a first in series that you made free for 5 days, or that's a perma-free, because that you're driving people into the rest of your series. A reader magnet is about getting people to you, and that's your list. Primarily, it's to build your newsletter list to bring people on board. But if you are using it to drive people to a series, you still want to get them where you control that information. So that's the newsletter. Mainly, you get people on your list because then you can contact them outside of all other channels. So if for some reason you go wide, hey, contact everybody here. You might be able to now get the other books via Kobo or Barnes & Noble. This is really good to make sure that you have them on your newsletter list, because you know what? Amazon isn't going to tell them, oh, by the way, this isn't Kindle Unlimited anymore. So that's the control. The reader magnet is about gaining control over a readership that will read your stuff. So you find your target audience, and the big thing, market to the target audience. Just don't wear a sandwich board and walk up down Main Street saying, free book, pie. Better than a free book. You want people to come into you because they want to read that type of book. So whether it's reverse harem, science fiction, mystery, children's, young adult fantasy, doesn't matter, except for knowing that this readership will like this story. And that's what genre is. Genre equals marketing. That's how you use your reader magnet. Get it into people who read that genre so they can then read your other stuff. So reader magnet is good. It'll build your list, and you don't even need to have the other books ready yet when you start working with your reader magnet. You just have to have that done. And it needs to be the absolute best example of your stuff that it can be. You don't want to say, well, it's good enough. It's a throwaway, so let me throw it out there. I did that for like 2 years. The Misadventures of Jacob Wild McKilljoy. And it didn't help me in the least because, oh my God, there's a typo on my screen. Its purpose. Did you see that? Did you see that apostrophe? I hope not. It's gone now, though. What a knucklehead. All right. I did that for a couple years, and it didn't help me at all. As soon as I took that full-length standalone novel, then my newsletter took off. My numbers took off. I'm adding 500 a month, 500 to 1,000 a month. Of course, you lose a few, so net gain are in the hundreds each month because of giving a full-length novel. And they come and they stay because they like, hey, I like this style of science fiction. Great. You're in the right place. So that's what it is. Now, people understand it's not a free book on Amazon. If you only have one book and you're going to make it your reader magnet, and you say, hey, let me put it up for free so people will sign up, follow me on Amazon, and be ready for the second book. Don't do it that way, because they're going to look and see you don't have a second book, and they're going to be gone, and you're never going to see them again. Don't put that reader magnet up. If it's like the first book in your series, don't make it perma-free until after you have a book that they can immediately go to. Because then you get that buy-through, you get that sell-through. If there's just one book and you give it away for free, you're most likely going to get nothing from it. You got to have something to get something. That's so profound. It's so deep. I don't even have the words. All right. Reader magnet. Understand what it is. Understand why and how you can use it to bring people to you, driving your newsletter mainly, so you control that information to then contact them about other cool things going on with you and your author business. Peace, fellow humans.